What the fuck did we just see? What the actual fuck did we just see? I'm speechless. I'm being honest right now. That right there was complete and utter bullshit. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, I'm going to give you guys the results from NXT TAKEOVER Vengeance Day, and holy shit. I was not expecting that. I swear, I was not expecting that to fucking happen. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. You guys will understand what I'm talking about later in the video, but we kick the show off with the pre-show, actually, where we found out that if you guys are not familiar with former TNA star Eli Drake, I believe is his name, he's now signed to NXT, so big congrats to him. One of the hottest free agents in NXT today, now getting signed to NXT, which is absolutely incredible. He's got his eyes on both. He has his eyes on either the North American title or the NXT title, which we'll be talking. I'll be talking about those a little later on. But we kick it. But the main show itself, we kick it off with the first ever finals of the Women's Dusty Cup. Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez against Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. These two teams went at it. These two beat the holy shit out of each other. And it was not enough because, unfortunately, because Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai had defeated Blackheart and Ember Moon when Gonzalez hit Blackheart with a powerbomb to win the Dusty Cup. Not only that, but they are now guaranteed a shot at the women's tag team titles, which are currently being held by Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Which, honestly, that would be a match I would look forward to, because Dakota Kai and Shayna Baszler are no strangers to one another, and Nia Jax and Raquel Gonzalez, I mean, that could be a very interesting matchup. So, big congrats to Kai and Gonzalez on becoming the first ever Women's Dusty Cup winners. That was pretty well deserved, given the fact that they've known each other for so long. Chemistry can always come into play in tag team wrestling. Next up, we have the first of 3 title matches that were on the card. This one was for the North American Championship, Johnny Gargano versus Kushida. And it's interesting because I mentioned it in my prediction video on Thursday. I said that Gargano was going to have the Way in his corner. I was right, but to a certain extent. Because as all 4 members of the Way were coming in to make their way onto the stage, Austin Theory was kidnapped by Dexter Lumis. Yeah, he was kidnapped by Dexter Lumis. And when Gargano was about to do the whole high five thing with Austin Theory, they realized Theory went missing. So Gargano told both Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, find him, I'll deal with him, I'll deal with Kushida myself. Turns out, he ended up doing it because Gargano defeated Kushida with not one, but 2 final beat DDTs to retain the NXT North American title. The first one final beat was on the ramp, and the second one was in the ring. And it's interesting because we could very well see now with Kushida in Gargano's rearview mirror, we could now see we could very well see Gargano versus Dexter Lumis, which honestly that would be a very interesting matchup, given the fact that Dexter Lumis is more of a power submission based type of superstar. Gargano's more high flying and more of a high flying technical wrestler, and that could be interesting. That could be that would be a very interesting matchup to say the very least. Next up, we have MSK, the Grizzled Young Veterans, the finals of the Men's Dusty Cup. This was an all-out war. This was by far the craziest match I had ever saw. MSK dominated the Men's Dusty Cup, defeated teams like I think Killian Dane and Drake Maverick, taking out defeating Legado del Fantasma, just to name a couple teams. And now the Grizzly Young Veterans. Yes, MSK defeated the Grizzly Young Veterans with a incredible move. If you guys did not watch, I highly recommend watching that match. It was incredible, with a tag team move to not only win the Men's Dusty Cup, but to get the opportunity to challenge Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan for the NXT tag team titles at some point down the road. There are some rumors saying that it could happen, sometime in the next few weeks, but of course too, those are just rumors. Only time will tell. But big congrats to MSK, a young up and coming team, taking out two of NXT UK's best. Absolutely well deserved. Next up, we have the second of 3 title matches. This one was for the NXT Women's title. Io Shirai, the champion, the challengers, Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez, and they did not give the announcer, the ring announcer, Alicia Taylor, was I think her name, the chance to make the announcements of what match was on, what title was on the line, and all that. She didn't know. They did not give her any time, as they just beat the hell out of each other. The bell rang, and a lot of different elements came into play. Io Shirai, off of one of the beams that were used for Takeover War Games, right where the commentators were, did a moonsault onto both Storm and Martinez. Toni Storm hit Martinez with Storm Zero. Mercedes kicked out at 2. Mercedes hit Storm with the Fisherman Buster. So many different combustible elements, but in the end, Io Shirai hit both women with her patented move, as she calls, the over the moonsault, to retain the NXT Women's title. And it was interesting because a lot of people there were a lot of people that said Io Shirai might not be able to retain the title. And if I remember right, I believe in my video on Thursday, which if you guys haven't checked out, definitely check it out, and then come back to this video and find out if I was right. I believe I said that Io Shirai could very may well walk out as champion, and I believe I was correct on that. So congrats to Io Shirai. She's been absolutely dominant since winning the title last year at TakeOver in Your House, which was an incredible pay-per-view. And then, of course, the last match of the card, the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, the Prince Finn Balor for the NXT title. Hell of a matchup. This one was off the chart. And it's interesting because both these guys have never been in the ring together. They've never been in the ring one-on-one. This was the first one-on-one encounter between the two, and this match lived up to the hype. Finn Balor kept targeting Pete Dunne's knees. Pete Dunne kept targeting Finn Balor's shoulders and obviously the fingers. It was back and forth. Back and forth, but in the end, Finn Balor hit Pete Dunne with the coup de grace and the 1916 to retain the NXT Championship. But what happens next is going to blow your minds. And I never thought that this would actually happen. I never thought this would happen. So Finn Balor is out of the ring. He's on the ramp, doing his pose. Birch and Lorcan, the tag team champions, come in, attack Balor from behind. All three men attack Finn Balor in the ring. The referee tried to intervene. Birch and Lorcan pushed the referee out of the ring, which obviously that's going to cause a fine, obviously. And then the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong came out, saved Finn Balor, and as Kyle O'Reilly lifted up Finn Balor, all three members of the UE did their pose and hit and Adam Cole. You want to talk about a shock to the system? Adam Cole hit Finn Balor with a super kick and then hit Kyle O'Reilly with the super kick. Thus, a heel turn came about. I don't know what the hell got into Finn Balor, not Finn Balor, into Adam Cole. I think it might have been because of the loss that he and Strong suffered at in the semifinals, I believe. No, in the quarter. I think in the quarterfinals. Yeah, in the quarterfinals of the Dusty Cup, being eliminated by Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. I think that's what caused it, honestly. But I honestly don't know what to make of it. I think that was just Adam Cole's way of saying that he wants the NXT title back, and I find that very interesting, given the fact that Adam Cole actually gave Kyle O'Reilly a shot to go after the title to begin with. So what I'm curious about is why. Maybe he wants the title for himself. I don't know. All I know is that there was a heel turn in Adam Cole, which could mean the implosion of the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole leaving the UE, going at it on his own, and then just having Fish, Strong, and O'Reilly to, band together, I guess. I don't know. I honestly don't know what the deal is, but that's what happened. So that's going to do it. That brings me to the question of the day. What are your guys' thoughts on the card, and what was your favorite match from the card? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want to see more result videos for pay-per-views, which actually do happen once, maybe twice a month, depending on what goes on, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description. And if you guys have any fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, because in 2021, I will be doing fan mail. My address will be in the description below. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.